Okay, hey everybody, Dan here, and I want to look at Shopify now. I have looked at this earlier a few different times. I've covered this. Stock's in a really nice uptrend, and ultimately I think it's going higher. But here's the deal, this anchored VWAP, which I just mentioned the other day, I started this on the day that the company reported earnings. And I like to do this because it gives me a reference for where the volume is on any given day. Is it low or high relative to what has come before, relative to how much stock has traded at what price since this big event? So it kind of starts tracking here. And it had kind of gone both ways, mostly actually below. But then just yesterday it broke out, and I mentioned that this was a good sign, and Shopify would be a good one to own. And so I didn't know it was going to break out over 4% today. So don't think I'm telling you I have a crystal ball. I actually do have a crystal ball, but it's never worked worth a damn. One of my old members gave it to me. The names are changed to protect the innocent, but it's never worked. Anyway, but the stock's done what I kind of thought it would do. Just didn't know it would run up so much in a day. But this is a powerful indicator. Look at the volume. So volume, and we got just 10 minutes to go, so it should be kind of right around here. You can see it just kind of tapering off as we go into the close. But what's interesting to me here is, there are three kinds of gaps. There's the breakaway gap, which is here, breaks away from this nasty downtrend. Then there's the continuation gap, which, as the name implies, gaps and continues the trend that started here with the breakaway gap. And then finally, there's the exhaustion gap. And that very well could be this one. And in an exhaustion gap, you say, whoa, okay, it's time to get out. I don't see it this way for this stock, because I think it's not good trading to be so dogmatic about it, because you're actually missing a key point. Who said there can only be one continuation gap? There might be 19 of them, or there may not be any. But you have to look at these things. There would be only one breakaway gap because you're breaking away from something. But with respect to a continuation, stock can just kind of keep gapping up and gapping up and gapping up. That's actually a good thing. I'll take 20 stocks if they all do that. But then finally the exhaustion gap, that's a typical thing that you will see at the end of a big move. This just kind of comes to mind. But I'm not saying it's going to happen here. In fact, I'm saying it's probably not. But on a stock like this that's gone up so fast, so fast, you could see, this is like a really, really steep move. You could see it at some point. Traders come in and say, oh my gosh, I got to get this stock. So they bid it up first thing in the morning, and all the sellers that were there just kind of sitting around waiting are going to say, okay, well, guess what? We're going to sell. And so that's an exhaustion gap, just because the buyers get exhausted. So that's not what's happening here. And I don't think it's happening with Shopify either. I think this is a good stock for you to be owning. As long as it stays, it can come back into the range here, but as long as it stays above 70, that's about 10% downside. I think you're good to go. By the way, I'm going to be teaching a Mentor Trading Mastery course, a short form course. I don't know exactly when it's going to be. It will be recorded, so if you missed the live event, don't worry about it. You're not missing out on anything. I just mentioned in my premium list here that I just want to be teaching this course knowing that somebody's watching it, that I'm actually talking to somebody as opposed to pretending that I'm talking to somebody. But if you're not able to make it, and I haven't even scheduled it yet, and it may be, hey, I'm going live in 5 minutes. If you can make it, fine. But don't worry about it, because you'll get the recording very shortly thereafter. And I strongly urge you to watch that, because you're going to be bummed if you don't, and then later find out the kind of stuff that I was doing in there. So with that said, 5 minutes in, see you next time.